I saw the future. The test of that ad that I saw that they were looking for editors. That I said that if I just do it immediately, as fast as possible, and show how fast I am and how communicative I am, I'm gonna get it. And ¿cómo es? How I said in Spanish? ¿Cómo es? How is it? Long and behold. Is it long and behold? Hold and be long and behold. I did it and it happened. I got the call, the interview. It was a great fit. They already set everything up for me. We established that I was going to make, I think, 10 videos in a month as a test to see how it goes. He already sent 5 that I did, and now there's another batch of 2 videos that I did 1. So in less than 7 days, there will be 7 done already, and maybe the 10 videos might be done in less than 2 weeks. So it's like an obvious fit. I'm prioritizing them as much as possible. Luckily, all my other clients, despite the $1,100 client that's well established, it's every single week that passes gets more established. That's all settled. But all the other ones, I came from a great month in March to now April, where one is not responding to me after 10 days. They need to pay me for the 2 videos we did on March, the owners of the gym, which should have been 4 videos, but we did 2 because, well, she was in a competition. So I get it. But now that they went back home, probably they had to do a ton of stuff. So it's okay that there's not a video, but at least I would expect a response, right? So not even that, which that's the hard part of. I was getting to a point where, hey, I shouldn't have this many clients, because if they all send me work right now, I'm cooked. I won't use that word ever again. I don't want to use that. I'm like done. I cannot fulfill all of this. I need help. But then overnight, it's like, okay, no one is responding to me. I don't have work. I'm not gonna meet ends and have ends meet by the end of the month. It's like constantly that back and forth, which thank God I found this client, but with the 1,100 a month plus my local client that also is solid, we're gonna change a few things that will will have as a consequence that probably there are gonna be less videos this month, which means less money for me. Despite that, it's still like, I'm sure I get $300 from him every month. So $1,400 a month means that I'm 300 in the red. But with all the other clients, all the inconsistency of all the other clients, I'm sure I'm gonna get some money there. So it's like, I'm good. I'm in the green. I'm making more than I spend. I would love to place it in a systematic way to be more certain that I'll make this amount of money. It's like with this client that I'll add, it's like I want a solid $2,000. Then after that, it can fluctuate. I don't mind it that it fluctuates. Super reasonable, right? A little bit more of my expenditure each month, which is I spend 16. I did the math the other day, or updated it, and it's not 1,500 like I thought. There's always more of the very basic expenditure, so it's more like $1,650, and I don't want to not save at least a little bit every single month. So I want to do $2,000 to at least save $300 a month. At least, right? I want way more, but for now, considering that I came from being in the red, having to change a lot of things in my life, being able to start saving up $300 every single month with a new way of working that I enjoy much more, with working in awesome industries and also having more than just one client, is like a better position, right? So thanks to these videos, I realized that. That's why even though no one watches me right now, it's very helpful to me, because I realized these sort of things. And I hope this is working. Yeah, it's working. So considering all that, with the $1,100 a month client, the local client, the one, that's the thing. Even though everything is uncertain, it's like certain at the same time, because they need to keep working. They'll need my services no matter what. So there is like a minimum I'll earn from them, but there's also the risk of the $1,100 a month client dropping me, or things change. So nothing is secured in life. That's why I need to always keep getting demand for my services. It looks like I'm getting enough certainty, like a safe, that I'll earn a minimum amount of money, like those $2,000. But again, like what happened in March, it looked like I made $2,600, and it's like, okay, I made it. It's done. I'm talking to everyone. They are all producing at an 80% level, let's say. And now in the beginning of April, radio silence on one client, pretty much radio silence on the store client. And it's like from an 80% down to a 50%, which 50% of, let's call $2,600 is 13, which doesn't serve me, because I don't want to follow up so much. Persecute, I think it's persecute. I'm thinking in Spanish. That's why I don't know why I'm so stalling so much. Prosecute? No, prosecute is legal. I don't want to follow the clients so much, because they are not. I'm thinking too much in Spanish. God damn it! Because they don't commit to my services. I'm way too cheap, because I'm not expensive enough for them to commit and do the work that they have to do, their homework, in order for me to put the ball on my court to edit well and have results. I'm at an affordable level that doesn't serve them, but I wanna, like, So yeah, increasing my prices is a win-win situation. They'll get more results and I'll get more money with less work. So that's one conclusion. But at the same time, it's like, come on, man. You cannot get more affordable than this. Put in the work, put in the commitment. And I don't want to I cannot think of the word, follow them so that intensively, or at least I'll need to create a system in which I can reach out to them more constantly to keep them on their feet, on their toes, and produce the videos, right? Which I could. For one client, the yoga teacher, she spent a month. I kind of let her do her thing, didn't like reach out or anything because I did have the other clients and it's very affordable for her. I'm not charging her. I'm charging the least possible, but at the same time, if she makes one video, a YouTube video a week, that I charge $25, and I could bump up to 35, maybe 40, something like that. But if I keep it at $25 per video and she makes 4 videos, it's $100 a month that for her she could definitely like commit to that. And then $100 extra for me to like a quick video that I could put in there. It works for me. It's good. If I have that, like let's say I had 20 clients like that. So it's 20 videos, 20 short videos that take 1 hour, let's call it. Should be less. Or if it's an hour, it should be $35 per video, which 35 times 4, that will be $2,800 a month. That's why I kind of want to go the affordable route, because it makes sense. Like, you can commit to fucking $100 a month. Come on. But at the same time, it's so cheap. I don't want to say cheap but I think they are looking at it in that way because they do cheap work then. Because if it's more expensive, you commit to it more. And that's the downside of being so affordable. But it's like, you can definitely commit to $100 a month. But if it doesn't produce results, that's the disconnect they have. That even though it's affordable, it's not that much work, it still feels like a waste of time and money, even if it's just that little. So I need to convince them that in the long run, it's awesome. We could definitely be doing more, but if you don't have the money, time, or energy, let's just do this, and it's cool. So yeah, that's the route that I went with the yoga teacher, and we are finding like answers, not results yet, but the answers that we are finding, if we get results, it's going to be like a lot of ammunition for me to solidify all the other clients and ask them to, I can push them into, dude, commit to it, pay me in advance, I don't know, let's find a way for you to commit, let's go this route. I basically told her to be more specific in what people she can help, and instead of trying to go viral or get a ton of views, let's just, if we're not getting views, at least let's get the right views. Be super specific and let's just help these people, not try to help everyone. And I think that's going to bring results. Anyways, good that I got that new client, and that I think we are a great fit, and we are working right now, and it'll be a good committed client, like consistent work, which I need. And from there, I'll build a lot of systems. I had a bad week in terms of perfect days. I want to cut the video right now. I basically didn't work as focused as I know I can, and I'm getting super tired of it. I finished the book, the Magic of Thinking Big, something like that, the old one, the one that is from 1960, and it's super corny, but I think it's awesome. that the things in there like work, and it's just like at the end it ended up with proposing that to have 1 hour a day of doing absolutely nothing, to be able to think that all the answers, which is basically meditating. And I think that's something that I need right now, so it came just in the right time. And but also just doing the thing, not doom scrolling. And yeah, still dealing with that. Also super tired of it. Every single week I say the same thing, or every other week. I'm super tired of it. I'll solve it now. I'm done. And then the same thing happens. So nothing changes if nothing changes. I've already said that, and nothing changed. I'm just dopamine addict. Something else that I've seen that I will apply, I already applied, so there might be changes, is like cleaning is a good source of dopamine, at least better. It can be a distraction, like procrastination, definitely. But if I add it systematically and I keep my apartment completely clean, I'll know when I'm procrastinating on it, because, dude, everything is clean already. I don't need to clean that again. It's on the system and it's not due until X days. So I know that I need my apartment clean, so it won't be a waste of time. And also these things put everything in place enough for me to know that, okay, I need to charge this amount of money because it's not humanly possible to have a life and be reliable enough to produce this and have a minimum quality of life of keeping everything clean and stuff like that. Hopefully that made sense. So it will help. I won't be a distraction. And if I'm going to doom scroll or clean, I prefer to be cleaning. And then with the hour a day, that I don't know when I'll implement that, but if I implement that after the book, that's a good use of my reading time. So between those two things, I think, and just willpower of being more diligent with my systems and tracking it, which I'm doing in a small notebook. I think that sooner rather than later, I'll be able to have perfect days, or at least a perfect days if is too untangible. So I want to make it more specific. What does that mean? X amount of time or less in on social media or in my phone in general, and I'm gonna itemize it. I think that's a word, at least in Spanish it is, and be more specific so I can track it more and know where I'm struggling. So yeah, enough for the week. Thank you for watching the entire video, and I'll see you next week.